Hi, in this video we are talking about Pakistan's economic conundrum and why is their economy falling. This is again a very short video about the entire thing. Won't go into the depth but will give you a fair idea of why is it. First of all, the numbers and figures used in the PPT are approximate and not exact, and let me tell you that since Pakistan's numbers are not very clearly available on the internet, we have used a lot of reports in order to cater the entire data. Now why is what is running short of in Pakistan? क्या चीज़ें कम हैं उनके पास? Medicines कम हैं, fuel is not available, electricity is not available, food is scarce as of now, and many more basic amenities of life are not available there. But what Pakistan has more is inflation. It is highest since 19. Sorry for the problem with the figures. It is 1974. Highest since 1974 at almost 32%. There is a huge military with all the expenditure that it incurs along with their ISI. There is a sponsored terrorism which involves a lot of funding from the government, and then there is a unstable political government. Why do I say so? Because in the past, if you see, Pakistan has failed to have even a single government that has completed its entire term without any issues. Not even one. Now let us leave these behind and try understanding the root cause of this issue. The situation is that $1 is equal to almost 285 Pakistani rupees. More than a million people have lost their jobs. The GDP growth has narrowed down to 4.3% per annum. Forex reserves have shrunk to $4 billion. Now what happens is that when we say that GDP growth has narrowed down to 4.3% per annum, some people would say that sir US का इससे भी कम है, UK का उससे भी कम है, but understand that when you're talking about a developed nation, their growth rate is going to be low. Obviously, the scope of development, the scope of growth is lesser there. They have already achieved the pinnacle. But Pakistan is not a developed country. It can take a fast leap. It can grow by 10, 12 or whatnot percentages per annum. 10% or 8% is a very possible number for Pakistan at any given day because it's not a developed country. Now, why is this crisis happening now? See, Pakistan's external debt is now nearing 55 trillion Pakistani rupee. 55 trillion. And a lot of these borrowings are short term, which means they have to be repaid by the end of 2023. Of whatever they owe, $20 billion is to be paid back. $20 billion by the end of this year. Now imagine you have to pay $20 billion by the end of this year and you only have $4 billion in your forex. So that means there could be a sovereign loan default. Pakistan has failed in the past to pay on its obligations. It is about to fail once more. But it is requesting the IMF to give it some bailout package. Additionally, Pakistan's foreign direct investment has shrunk sharply in the past because they have acted against their sitting politicians and businessmen. So people are not interested in coming to Pakistan anymore. You already have seen what is happening in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, where militia are battling the government. The Imran Khan entire crisis you have and I have already seen on TV. So there's a lot that is going on. Rating agencies, because of this reason, have reduced the ratings of Pakistan. There is an unstable government in Pakistan, and IMF has already given many bailouts, and therefore it is no longer going to provide an easy bailout package. It is coming up with additional conditions every now and then. Now, let's take a look at what have Moody's, Fitch, and Standard & Poor done to Pakistan. You can see all of these are barely a good rating, not even a good rating, but barely an acceptable rating where investors might come and invest. And by the way, this outlook of stable means that they are going to likely be in this rating zone. It does not mean that the government is stable or the economy is stable. It means that Pakistan's rating is stable. It will stay in this zone. It will neither move upwards nor downwards from here. Likely again. Now, what are the conditions that IMF has put for the bailout? First of all, it has sought written assurances of financing from friendly countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and UAE. Now you see, in order to give Pakistan loan, IMF wants that these countries give it in writing that Pakistan will be able to pay back. Second, IMF has asked for 200% assurances from friendly countries and multilateral creditors to fill the financial gap of USD 6 to 7 billion in the external accounts by end of June 2023. 200% assurance. You see, Pakistan is cornered. It's definitely cornered by a lot. Third, it has put three conditions major. One, Pakistan has to slash the salaries of government employees. Two, it has to increase the electricity rate. And three, it has to increase the gas tariffs or fuel prices. Pakistan has already done all these three conditions. It has passed legislations in the Pakistan Assembly. It was termed as a mini budget. It was already passed, and these three things they have already met. And as we speak of, Pakistani officers are running nook and corner to get these written assurances from friendly foreign countries also. Also, IMF has put a last condition that Pakistan government will not take direct loans from commercial banks. These are the conditions. Now the question is, what if China enters? What if China provides the required financing to Pakistan? Well, in that case, IMF's role is going to be downplayed, and it will not be good for the West, because China will gain another very important ally, which is bound by, strategy, finance, and every other manner to China. So simply put, neither a good image for India nor a good image for the West. But then again, China would be putting its money into gutter if this is what China will do, because it is unlikely that Pakistan is going to change its economic strategy and become a developing nation anywhere in next decade. That's all for the video. Thank you. Jai Hind.